Hey, it's your boy Derek coming to you live. We're doing the reveal, the 2020 Ford Raptor. So I bought this truck stock. I'll include a photo at the end of what the stock Raptor looks like. And then you'll be able to see some of the stuff that we've done to the truck since we've had it. So right away, some modifications I've done this truck is, this is a 2020 Ford Raptor. It came 100% stock. What I did with this truck was, when you look at the normal Ford Raptor, you're gonna see sort of a gray, textured paint here and on the bumpers. I had that sanded out, flattened down, and I had it color matched. This is the race red Ford Raptor. So I had the bumpers painted, I had all the side fenders painted, and the back bumper. Additionally, the same gray or black is on the grill and on the exhaust and the vents here. So I had anything that was black, I had it super high gloss black. Included the skid plate down here. Nathan, want to get down here? And what you'll see down here is, you can back up a little bit, you're too close, let's get down. What you'll see here is this is a quick release license plate holder, so I don't like the idea of having the license plate here. So I have a quick release, I can just take it out and run it on end, that way this can breathe a little bit better. You get the tow hooks here, and then you see we added the Baja fog lights. So typically, for whatever reason, the Raptor does not come with fog lights. They do have a space for it, and they have dead switches. So we put in the Baja fog lights, and we did front and back on that. We have the 360 cameras that come already, and I added in the Ford lettering here. So this is basically it has a race red on it. It gives us that one outline. Because if I didn't put the sticker on here, it would just be, you would lose the Ford in the blackness. You just wouldn't see it. So this makes it pop just a little bit. And it's those little accents that we're looking for. I bought this truck at Rodman Ford. Rodman Ford is across from Gillette Stadium, the home of the Patriots. They do all the Patriots trucks there. Brady had his truck done there. Marcus Cannon had his truck done there. Gronk had his truck done there. A lot of the guys go there to get the trucks done. So let's come around this side and take a look what else we did with this. So if you can see, I lifted the truck. I did a leveling kit. I did two and a half leveling kit. So we did 2.5 in the front, we took the rear block out and put a 4-inch block in the back, and we get it totally straight, totally level. Usually you'd have a little bit of a rake in this, but now it's totally level. I threw on the 35-inch trail grapplers, the Nido trailer grapplers. This is the #1 tire out in America right now, and I put in the 22-inch Fuel Rebels. Now this looks kind of like a high gloss, but it's actually a matte paint. But it was, I kind of figured it would be a high gloss that matched the gloss of this that we had, so it worked out pretty perfectly. Into the truck itself, when we look at the modifications we did to this bad boy, find the opening here. So in here I put in a Roush Stage 1 tune upgrade, so they put the cold air filter intake, and they tune the engine. I also throw in a turbo dump, and I threw in a catch can, also known as an oil separator, to keep all the oil from going back into the motor. If you come around here, I tinted the windows. In the front, we stayed legal with it. As you can see in here, we have more of the color match paint, and we have the Raptor, the classic Raptor shock system that's in there. On the back, you can see as well, I added the exhaust. At the end of the video, I'll have a cold start on the exhaust. That is the Borla exhaust they put on there, the atak exhaust. So I added that to that. High gloss back painted this. And then I threw in the letters, and I got these inserts from Rocky Mountain Ridge lettering too. This has the liner. Mine came with the liner, and it also has the baggage holder. So this is a bed extender if you need it. And also I use the whole bags back in so they don't flop around. I put in the Exceed cover, and this is pretty cool. It's a flush mount, and it's simple just to kind of flip up. If you need to flip it up, get access to the entire bed, you can do that. And it makes the truck sleek. If you have that flush mount, it makes all the difference between that little half-inch bump on it. We did the tail lights, where we blackened out the tail lights as well. As you can see, the third tail light up top, we blackened that out as well. I believe they tinted these. That's how they got to this. And on the inside, I'll show you guys, we added a subwoofer box. So inside there is two 10-inch subs. And I have, if actually we come around the other side, what we have is, we only have an 800 watt amp powering them, but this thing thumps. I mean, there's not a lot of space in these trucks to do anything with, but if you get in here, and if you take a look at this, let's take a shot of that right there, that little amp. You see, that's the amp powering this box. It's a pretty clean setup, and I'll put some music on so you guys can hear it, but this thing, for a truck in 210s, this thing thumps. You can see I have the full moonroof in the inside of the truck. You can take a look at that shot. Get up in there. Yeah, you can see that? That's the whole 2-panel sunroof in that bad boy. Additionally, I did the tune on this truck with the Roush Stage 1 upgrade, and you know, when we did it, I didn't feel much of a difference. I had them do it again. They had to order the tune again, and I feel like it didn't really give me much more grab until they added this. Maybe come to shoot. Under the dash, you're gonna see two things. You see there's a gain for the stereo so I can control the speakers, and there's also at the very bottom, go underneath there, a little further down, underneath. Yeah, right, hold on. Oop, my finger's in the way. Right there, that's the pedal commander. So when I added that, that just gives you a little more throttle control. I'm telling you right now, if I was to do this again, I think I would just add that. I wouldn't add the Roush Stage 1 upgrade, because that thing, when I added that in, it was only 300 bucks. Man, that gave you full access to all the throttle and the horsepower of this truck. Huge difference to just the tune itself. Also in the truck, I added, Nathan, come on this way. See if we get the shot in here. If you can shoot that rear view mirror, Nathan. So you see two things up there. You'll see I added a camera and I added the radar detector. Obviously, anyone can add a radar detector, but the camera was pretty cool because if you see, like, under the middle of the rearview mirror, there's like a square box. So what that is that's a splicer that allows me to take power from the rearview mirror and power that camera without running an extra wire to look all goofy like that hanging down there. Speaking of that, I also added a short antenna versus the long one. And now I'm kind of disappointed because look at this. I've only owned this truck for about 3 months, and this is already discoloring. Now, that I didn't really lose much in quality of reception at all, like some people say, and it was better than that big dorky thing bouncing around. But I'm kind of disappointed that this thing is already discoloring, which I think it shouldn't be doing that already. And that's it. So basically, we did the exhaust, we did the tires and rims, we lifted it, we did the Stage 1 upgrade with the Roush Stage 1 to make it faster. I added the pedal commander. We put the system in, we put the amp in, we tinted the windows, I did all the paint work to the truck. So I'm into this truck for some good money, but everywhere I go, this thing is a showstopper. Now, I wish the installer could be here. Is my friend Matt at Rodman Customs down at Rodman Ford. I'm gonna put his description below. He does all the pat stuff. If you guys are looking to get your truck done, this is almost the same package Brady did to his Raptor. A little bit different because Brady has Brady money, obviously. But for what we did with this truck and what we had done, it came out amazing. I can't say thank you enough to the people at Rodman Ford for giving me number one, a good deal on the truck, but number two, we had Rodman Customs do all the custom work and had it done in a week's time. 1 week, this went from being a classic stock Raptor to the beast you see in front of it, which I call the Reaper. So what I'm going to add at this video is I'm going to add the sound of the cold start of the atak exhaust. You can hear that. I'll put in the sound of the turbo diesel dump, the turbo dump in there, and then I'll also hit the system for you. Actually, let's go hit the system now while we're here. Just got a little time. Come around. And I'm just gonna see if I can find a song with a little bit of thump to it so you guys can hear what this thing does.
You work hard. Switching to...
Hey now, come outside, straight to the couch. You put the mic outside. Baby, you letting the scouts outside. You running the scouts.
I mean, that thing for 210s. Now listen, you're talking to a kid who grew up in the stereo era where you had to have 215s, you had either the square L7s or the kicker 15s in the back with two 1000s powering it, and you had to have an extra battery on there. This is all digital. This thing runs off of one battery, and it is nasty. Again, I can't say thank you enough to people at Rodman Ford for hooking this thing up, and Rodman Customs. You guys want any of their work, I'll have the link in there below, and I'll see you guys at the next video. One of the other quick things that I forgot to tell you guys is I also added the Nightmare Train Horn Edition there. See that? Those horns? that's a spare tire delete kit. So that's where the spare tire was. So I added the Nightmare Edition train horn there from Hornblasters, and I'll put a video up with that how loud that is attached to this video too. So I'll show you those green lights I had put on the truck too. I'll put a picture up as well so you can see the green lights. But I want to hit the train horn. All right, Deric, go ahead. I don't let you guys see this turbo. If you look at the bottom of my cluster panel on the right-hand side, it's empty. When you hit the turbo, you're gonna hear it dump. Listen. Hear that shh? That's the turbo dump. It dumps the turbo immediately, so there's no spooling back. Prolongs the life of the turbo. I'm gonna give you guys a good look at those green lights. See how much it lights up the bottom, and this is a pretty lit parking lot. Those are the Roco under the lights. Green, I put green ones on.